It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today I'm going to show you my latest find off Facebook Marketplace. It is a Homelite XL12, and it was $40. You know what? I have a soft spot for old chainsaws in general, but Homelite chainsaws for sure. We heated with wood, and I have fond memories of my dad out cutting firewood with his blue XL12, which I still have, and I really want to eventually get it up and running and just keep it around. But the big problem with these chainsaws were that they came from an era where they didn't have chain brakes. And I would prefer, if I am using an old chainsaw, to have a chainsaw that has a chain brake, so just in case something goes horribly wrong. And this model of XL12 was made right at the end, and a few of them had chain brakes. I live in Canada, so Quebec, I think, put in a law that you needed a chain brake on your chainsaws earlier than everyone else, so chances are this came out of Quebec. So for years I've been looking around trying to find a Homelite XL12 with chain brake, and they're always far. They're up near the Quebec border, they're up in Quebec, and I just didn't want to go driving for a $40 chainsaw. And this guy posted this chainsaw on Marketplace, and it was relatively close, and it was $40. So I thought, you know what? I felt like that was a good deal. It doesn't run. He told me it hasn't ran for years. It probably needs a carb clean, but I am pretty stoked about finding this chainsaw, because I've been, there's a list of things on Marketplace you look for over a long term, and this was one of them. So I'm hoping to get this thing up and running, and this could be kind of my backup saw, because I'm going to use my G372XP, and then I can have some of my older saws as my backup saw. Just, if you get it pinched or if something happens, you can finish the rest of the day cutting with the old XL12. So that's what the goal is anyways. When I picked up the saw, I was actually pretty impressed with how good a shape it was. So I'm going to show you. I don't know what the years of these chainsaws are, but I think they're somewhere in the 80s. This is a Homelite XL12 automatic. I don't know what kind of automatic it is, because this is your manual oiler. So I don't know what automatic meant. It's kind of cool. So yeah, so when you're cutting, you have to push the oiler every so often, which isn't a big deal. I like the handle is all magnesium. It's starting to corrode a little bit, but otherwise the magnesium's in great shape. You can tell he had it on the ground a bit, but really the magnesium is in absolutely good shape. If you have a magnesium chainsaw, do not sit your chainsaw on concrete. For some reason, concrete just makes them corrode horribly. So yes, if you have a magnesium body chainsaw, don't set it on concrete. Your chain brake cover's in good shape. Everything is in pretty decent shape. Let's see. Your early Homelite XL12s had a magnesium filter cover, but this era had the plastic one, which this has got a little bit of sawdust in it, but we're going to pull this out. And it has, a Tillotson. That has a big old carburetor for the size of chainsaw that it has. We're going to do a little bit of a tune-up on that later and clean that out. Look at that old, it's coming away from the, my gracious. The problem is those are felt filters, so I'm going to have to see if I can actually get those anymore, or if I have one that's in better shape. So you have your automatic oiler, which you have to hit. You have your on-off switch. I like the little aluminum cover. And here is your choke lever. Lock for the trigger. I don't know if the lock for the trigger works. Something's wrong with that. Maybe I'll take a look at that. Something happened. So that's the only thing I can find that's actually broken. But one of the big bonuses is you came with a brand new bar practically. I don't think it has been used very much, and a nice new chain. At least hasn't been used for years. So I'm pretty happy with that. And it is a greased tip bar, so that is pretty good. Let's see what the gas smells like. Maybe, there's no gas in it. Maybe we get lucky if he ran out of gas when he parked it. Let's see if this thing just fires up. So these chainsaws had way richer mixed fuel, like 20 or 30 to 1. So we're not going to run it long, because this is 50 to 1. This is my modern, this is what goes in my Husqvarna. Let's see if this thing fires up. Let's see. Normally you can lock your trigger, so that's going to make it hard, but I'm going to pull my choke. This is on. Let's see. Let's see if that'll fire up now. Could start off without, but place to set my knee on. That sounds good. That's promising. Let's see. Try again. We'll put a little bit of fuel in and see if at least it has spark. So there you go, the old XL12 runs absolutely great. So that is $40 off Marketplace. You can't go wrong with that. It has a new bar. The chain seems relatively new. And clearly, the last time the guy ran it, he must have ran out of gas. Maybe it was coincidence, whatever. But that really works out great for me, because the chainsaw runs good. It idles right away. So I think this chainsaw is actually going to do good just for a backup. So if you remember last year, I was out cutting firewood at the end of the year and had a John Surratt 625 big bore saw, and it seized right after my Husqvarna stopped running, and then I kind of got frustrated. I need to cut the rest of the wood, and I used my old 08 Stihl. It's an old relic of a saw, but it has a chain brake, and I cut the rest of the year with it. It's a great old saw, but heavy. This is 12 pounds, but it's heavy enough, but it's a little bit of a lighter saw. So when I saw this on Facebook Marketplace, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get it. And this could be my backup saw if my hose form gets stuck or whatever. I kind of thought I'd have to clean the carburetor, but you know what? This is even better. The thing starts up, runs, and it runs really good. So that's about enough for today. You guys have a good one.